So, just like the title says, I'm talking about Demon Slayer again. But this time it's because I wanted to rewatch before the movie comes out this Friday, which my mind can't even fathom the idea I can finally see this masterpiece. I'm calling it a masterpiece because I know the strength of UFOtable. They haven't let me down yet, and I don't think they will with this movie. But enough about that, we'll talk about that one later in the week. I decided to rewatch the entire season. It's been a while. I haven't seen it since 2019, and I loved it then. But do I feel the same way after a second viewing in 2020? Spoiler alert, yes. I actually love it more rewatching it a second time. Knowing how the story unfolds and watching certain nuances and foreshadowing allowed me to see it in a different light, and certain scenes felt more impactful because I knew where it was heading. Recently, whenever someone brings up Demon Slayer, they always reference episode 19, the pinnacle of shonen anime. And it's a fucking marvel. And we'll get to that later. But that's not what I'm talking about. It seems like this when Tanjiro and Nezuko were about to leave and Tomoyo offered to take care of Nezuko for her safety. And it got Tanjiro thinking that maybe it's for the best. And bam! Nezuko grabs his hand to tell him, "Nah, nigga, I'm not going nowhere." Y'all, I'm not lying when I said watching that again touched my heart. A lot of this hit different from me when we know how much he treasures his sister. Especially after moments when Riri wanted to straight up steal her and Tanjiro was like, "Nah, bruh, you gonna have to catch this fade though." I personally adore stories that deal with real family bonds because I would do the same for my own family. I remember reading about a lot of people whining like little bitches about it winning Anime of the Year back in 2019. And I'm like, well, why the fuck not? I get that most people might be mad that the little anime didn't win, but newsflash, that doesn't mean that your choice was bad. It just means that more people found Demon Slayer the better contender. And it was. Story alone, I loved it from the very beginning. Leaving home thinking everything's sweet and shit, you sleeping over at Old Man Jenkins at the top of the mountain, to come home and see your whole family slaughtered by the very thing that stopped you from going back home that night? Nigga, I was devastated for Tanjiro. And then to find out your baby sister is now a kicking crazy demon? My man's having a tough week. The plot of him becoming the demon buster to save his sister from being exterminated by anyone is touching. Sue me! It just does a lot of things right. Anything can have its tropes, and Demon Slayer is no different, but I think the pros outweighs the flaws that it has. I'm not particularly fond of Zenitsu, and he's a huge part of the story. But I overlook it most times because of how well the other characters are. Tanjiro is a great protagonist. His motivations are genuine, and you can tell he won't just get a random boost of energy from friendship. The boy breaks his body parts damn near every week. The shining star has to be Inosuke. The boy is comedy gold, and a great addition to the more serious Tanjiro. Inosuke balances everything with his batshit crazy personality, and his movesets is just as insane as Tanjiro's. Nothing much to really say about Nezuko except she's precious. Can't wait to see more of what she can do in season 2 when that finally rolls around the corner. Let's talk about the animation for a second. And when you bring up animation, you must put UFOtable in that conversation. I think UFOtable, Mappa, KyoAni, rest in peace to those animators who lost their lives. They will forever be remembered. Please rest in peace. I think they deserve to be praised for the hard work they put in. Attack on Titan Season 4 is the best it ever looked. Jujutsu is on fire with how they handle camera work. And Kyoto Animation has always been the standard for how you properly showcase hand-drawn animation. If you don't know UFOtable, fucking get familiar. Fate Zero and Unlimited Blade Works should have been watched by billions by now. What a spectacle! I'm an animator at heart, and when I see beautiful movement like this, I consider it euphoric. And don't get me started on the Heaven Feels movies. Oh my god, I still need that third movie to drop, damn it. They are slowly becoming the studio you want your favorite manga to be produced by. And they deserve all the praise they're getting. And Lord knows I can't wait to see this movie on Friday. This movie broke grounds in Japan for being the highest grossing movie of all time. Not just an anime film, but movie in general. That's fucking big. I don't really know the numbers of how many people actually go to theaters in Japan, but those are pretty big numbers for Demon Slayer. I'm fucking excited, y'all. Look, this hot take went on longer than expected. I fucking turned on the mic and just started babbling. Bottom line, Demon Slayer still kicks ass. If you haven't watched it again, watch it. It'll be fun, trust me. And make sure y'all go see this movie. I like this trend of seeing my favorite things on the big screen. Minus COVID, of course.